Alrighty, guys. Good afternoon. Today is January 9, 2026. It's 6:32 p.m. It's a little bit late today. I know, guys. I'm sorry. Today I had a really busy day today. I had to take my wife to check the baby and everything because my wife is pregnant. So, but um everything is going good. We're gonna go ahead and cover up some stocks that we checked in yesterday for today, and we're gonna continue monitoring some of the crypto and stuff like that, and scan for more. I'm not sure if Monday is gonna be a holiday, so we're gonna go ahead and check that up as well right now. So I'm just gonna put here Nasdaq holiday, Nasdaq holiday. Let's see. So So Martin Luther King Day is on the 19th, so we still good. I think it's gonna take another week, to get to this point where this January 19th is gonna be closed, market closed on Monday. So not this coming Monday, the next one I think it is. And so you know, good to watch. Keep paying attention to that. So I think the next Friday we'll do one for not Monday but for Tuesday. And so that gives enough time for people to look into the stock and analyze. And some of the people on the weekend get to notice these stocks and everything in the news as well. And so they can hype up the stock and everything like that. So uh, that's a good thing to pay attention as well. So for those that are coming up and looking at the stream, I appreciate you guys coming by and showing support. Hit the like, share, and follow the stream. I do this from Monday to Friday, and I'm gonna start doing Saturday and Sunday gaming. Monday to Friday is only gonna be dedicated for the stocks and the crypto and everything like that. And so this is what we do. I show you guys how to scan the stocks. Especially what we're dedicated to scan is what my personal preference is, which is low price stocks. I don't do no hype. You know, like very slow stocks. That are they don't move. Very volatile. Now these stocks right here, they move. The ones that I'm about to show you, they move. 20%, 40%, and it could even go higher than that to 100%, 200, depending how good the stock is moving. So there's opportunity in these low prices, and so that's good to know. And so we're gonna go ahead and scan for some stocks and everything so that you guys could have better understanding on how to trade stocks and everything like that. So let's go ahead and start off checking that right now. And uh so this is the document that I use. I'm not sure if you guys could see it right now. Yes, you can. And so I use this as a criteria. I use my criteria to kind of like wind down the stocks and everything that I'm checking. And so Rest Truth Pod said, "What's up, my friend? Hey, what's up? Appreciate it for sticking up over here. Thank you very much for standing by. Everything's going good. Just notice that my baby that's on the way. It's healthy and everything, so I'm pretty excited. And so yeah, but everything else is great, looking good, and so ready to show you guys how to get this together and everything. And so let's go ahead and continue. We have here, this is the criteria here on the documents. This is how I do this every day. um this right here, I focus normally on percentage change when it's pre-market or market open. you know I don't focus too much on percentage change when the market is closed because it's not moving much. Rest Truth Pod said, "Congratulations, my friend. Love to hear that. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it very much. And so, yeah, these stocks, in pre-market, market open, usually when you check on percentage change, that you see a lot of fluctuation, and so you combine that percentage change with other things that I mentioned here before, which is the price. The price has to be good, at a good price, that for sure, that you tested, and you see, these stocks have been, that run have been going around these ranges of prices and everything. And so also another thing that to check, is the, how high the stock has gone for the day, for the month, for the week, even for the year. Res Truth Pot said, you can just call me Res, by the way. Okay, appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, Res. Thank you so much for texting and showing support. Thank you. And so, yeah, so this is kind of the criteria that I do every day. This is what I've been testing day after day for past 10 years. I mean, it's already over 10 years already that I've been doing. I mean, I started when I was 18, and now I'm 34. So, yeah, well, I'm about to be 35 this year. So it's been quite a while, and so, um, yeah, yeah. Uh, I'm amazed by the years that has been passing by. I still fall in love with the stocks, because I just like how good and fat, how amazing things you could go through, in these in the moves that happens here every day. You see pretty interesting things happen. People make a lot of money doing this, and they make it as a career too. But it's at the end of the day, is totally on you guys at the end of the day, because you guys are making the decision, to trade it, or to make profit or invest and stuff like that. The people is the one that moves the market. The market doesn't do anything without the people. And so, I kind of went a little bit off track, but that's kind of what I wanted to leave out there. But yeah, this is the criteria. The next thing I want to focus on as well is the news. What's moving the stock. Is it earnings new? Is it news? Is it a contract news that the company had a big contract, with another company, or what type of news it was going. Did a big investor came in and invested in the company? Those are things to check up, on the stock. And so I focus on that. You go also, on the software, whatever software you're using, or if it's a website. Sometimes you have news outlets um uh embedded into the software, and so it'll show you, oh, this stock had a news, when you look it up. And so that's kind of what is good. Let me check the audio if it's working. Okay, yeah, it's working. And so, yeah, those are the things to check on. If the news doesn't show up on those outlets, then usually on social media like the X platform, you could see it. And so I have over here, up here, no, down here I have where it says Twitter and X tips. This is how you put the information on the X platform, so you could go ahead and find the stock. Right here you put the dollar sign, right, and next to it, you know squeezed in with the dollar sign, you put the ticker symbol of the stock that you're checking, and you could press either enter, or you could add these extra things, which is the date, the month, and the days, the year, the month, and the days, from recent to old, or from old to recent. And so, it'll give you a list of what you're trying to look for that specific stock. But you don't have to do all these steps. I mean, you could put the dollar sign and the ticker symbol, and with that, it will show you whatever you want to see. It'll give you as much as you want to see, at the end of the day. And so let's go ahead and continue. So this is my criteria for pre-market, market open, and this is for the market close. I also forgot to mention that the volume is also important, as well as the flow. Volume is the demand of the stock, and the flow is the supply of the stock. Usually for the supply, it has to be under 10 million, and it has to be way lower than the demand in order for the price to bump up, you know. And so I would like to see a little bit more volume than the flow. And so my criteria, I like to see anything over 1 million, but it had, if it's over 1 million, at least the flow has to be under this million. But mostly for these type of stocks that we're watching is way over. It finished the day way over 1 million. Some of them that are 1 million shares traded, they don't have much activity, nowadays. And so those are the things to watch. Also, I focus on overall trend of the stock. What was the trend? Was it a uptrend throughout the year? Was it a downtrend, or did it consolidate it over the whole entire year or multiple years? And so those are things to watch. Did it had days that it ran, and stuff like that? Those are things to check, and also for the stocks. And so I imply that same, I put that same criteria towards the when the market is closed as well. The only thing that I take off is the percentage change. This is the only thing I take off, because it's the market is closed, and you don't see any more fluctuation of the percentage change. And so that's the reason why I take it off. Thank you, babe. My wife bring me some uh good meal here to eat. So I hope I could do this stream really fast, so I won't miss, or I could do like a part two, um for today, so you guys won't miss the rest. So I'll you know I don't want to have my food get cold. So what I'm gonna do is, I'll have a good idea. I'll go ahead and I'll do the stocks, and then I'll just cut it off and do like a part two. Once I finish with my meal, I'll do like a part two for the crypto, so you guys won't miss anything. And so, um, so this is pretty much all I have here, of criteria. This is the crypto that we're gonna do later on. And so, let's go ahead and start off. So these are the only stocks that we have right now on hand. Three: NVVE, ACON, and MRNO. And so we're gonna go ahead and look at those. Let's take the crypto off. I'll add them on the next stream. And so let's go ahead and do that really quick. And so Finviz, um, we're not gonna go ahead and we'll scan as well. Let's go ahead and check the stock that we mentioned, that we're looking at. And so the first one is NVVE to check. And so let's write down NVVE. And so let's make sure that the document is not covering the stream. Okay. And so we got that off. Okay. And so as you can see, today, it did, our notes were, for today, we said, let's see, had a breakout over 440. That's what we saw yesterday. However, it didn't hold. It is at the okay range to test highs of 566. If the price opens above VWAP tomorrow, we'll keep on watch. And so today it failed to get above the VWAP line, first of all, and it couldn't test the high. I mean, it didn't put the effort to test the high day here of 66. So this one's a failure. Has given away half of its gains of these 2 days here. And so, right, is right at the supply line right here. This is the strongest supply line that it has at this moment. And so, it's around those ranges. I'm not sure if it's gonna meet the above this VWAP line here. It will be good to see, and then after that, it has to re-break these resistance lines here. So, this one I'm not interested for tomorrow. But if it does a certain type of move, if it gets attracted, if it attract buyers, then we'll pay attention to it. But in this case, no, it didn't. It didn't do anything at this moment. So we're gonna go ahead and take it off the list. So this one is we'll take this one off the list. And so let's go ahead and check ACON and MRNO. So the next one is ACON. And so ACON, we had said price is good, volume is good, very low float, has news, has history of running, 6 green day, how much it would extend, plan would it the plan will be for it to reclaim and test the highs of 935. The highs is right here. It didn't reclaim VWAP, as is, it didn't do like a really strong reclaim of it. It did open above the VWAP line, and it's because the VWAP got below the price here. It opened below, but failed massively. So this was a one and done day for it. So this one is off the list as well. Had a bad day today. And so the next one is MRNO. MRNO. And so MRNO, we had said just to analyze. Today had a pretty decent day. Not too much, not too active. At the beginning, at the market open, there was not a lot of activity here. However, it did break out, and you would have had an opportunity here to capitalize. This was the confirmation breakout, and you would have got here a little bit too extended, but you would have got here a little bit of profit. It went all the way up to 22% at this point, which is not much activity going on here. And I guess it had a couple halts here, but you would have got a little bit of profit here, and so however, it did fail afterwards. After that move, it failed completely, and right now is at its previous support level here. And so I'm not sure if it's gonna recover, and get above the VWAP and test these highs again. Not sure if that's gonna happen. And so we're gonna go ahead and mark this resistance line and take this one off the list as well, because it failed. And so we're gonna go ahead and create a new list today. Trying to do a little bit faster because I don't want my food to get cold. But I thank you guys for sticking by. I know just in about 2 hours I'll do the second stream for the crypto and everything like that, so you guys won't miss that as well. And so let's go ahead and go to Finviz. So Finviz, this platform, I use it for the stocks as well. There's 2 ways to check to screen. You could screen either live, or you could screen close at market close. And so right now we're screening at market close. And so the way you go ahead and screen and filter everything out, I'm going to teach you as we go. You press here the screener tab, and then the next thing here is to press all, so we could get more options here. And so the first thing I want to focus on is the market total value, the total value of the market, which is market cap. Market cap is a short term of market capitalization. That's the total. That's the full term. And so me, I like to focus under 300 million, which is it's called a micro cap. And so I focus on those. The next thing I want to check is the price, 1 to 20. And then over here on the third column, I want to focus on the relative volume, which is the difference between the current volume and the average volume over a period of time. It could be either a month, 2 months, 3 months. In this case, is 3 months, you know. And so me, I like to focus over 5, you know. And so the next thing to check is on the next column is the industry. I only want to see stocks only. Next is the performance. Performance, I want to see only stocks that are up for the day. And the current volume will be the next thing to check, which is over a million, like I said on my criteria. Next thing I want to check is float. Float has to be under 10 million. And this is pretty much it, you know. And so we got these stocks here. We want to clear up a little bit here of what we're watching. So the next thing to do is press custom here. And I like to take off the number, the company, the sector, the industry, the country, the market cap, and the PE ratio. And so as you can see here, it's a little bit more clear, right? And the next thing to check to take off is the percentage change, because it's not moving at this time. We don't need it there. It's in the way. And so we'll add the relative value, like we mentioned before, and the shares float. And so as you can see here, we got that. And then volume has to, I like to sort out from high to low. And so right here, we have some two good interesting stocks to check today. GP is the first one, so let's go ahead and check GP really quick. And so GP had a good move today. Not much activity in pre-market, only this little bit of move here at this point, and then as we got near the open, it did a really interesting move here. And so it had a confirmation pullback. And so as we know, the next thing to mark is the resistance level before that, at that point or before. And this is the resistance line. And so this will be the breakout confirmation. Now it's too extended. I would have been worried about this point right here. However, you would have got in here in this candle and it went up to 11%. It would have hit your target if you were looking for 5 to 10%. So that would have been great. So that was a good move. Another confirmation pullback right here would have been somewhere around here. However, you would have took a little small loss here at this candle. You would have panicked here. But on the next candle, it went up again at the market open from, oh, wait a minute, what I just pressed here. From this point to this point is 13%. So those would have been two good moves there. Some people would have waited for the bounce off the VWAP or the bounce off the support line. You know, and a lot of people use more the support line than the VWAP, because this right here is showing where the strength was, and once it gets broken, then you have more strength, but you have it on the support level, and it only becomes the strength after it gets tested, you know. And if it gets tested and it bounces, then you have a strong support level here. And so normally when that happens, that the price bounces off of it, it goes way up there trying to test the highs again, you know. Now it almost hit these levels here and reclaim this VWAP. But I think it's gonna do that on Monday. It's a good thing to go ahead and watch Monday for this one. So I'm gonna put this one on the list, GP, and it had good price. Good price. If we check the volume, it's 77 million, good volume. If we check the float as well, low float at 2 million, low float. And then with the next thing we're gonna go ahead and check is the news. Did it have some news today? It's not showing me nothing on this site, so the next thing to check is on Finviz. Does some news gonna show up here? And so today, yes, it did had a news. It says Green Power received 5 million LEDA award from the state of New Mexico, and blah blah blah. So that means they receive an award. So that was pretty good. Good news about this one. They did something good. You could either check what company this is. What is their product and everything. I mean, you could do that on your own time. Me, I don't focus too much on that, on what the product of the company is, or what the company does, or what is the name of the company. I don't focus on none of that. All I focus is on the technicals. That's all I focus on. you know uh Making sure that I know the ticker symbol so that I could write down my notes, or if I have to go to the X platform and check if this stock had news, then that's the reason why I want to focus knowing the ticker symbol. And you could write it down as well. And so, but knowing what the first, and especially for people who do day trading, uh, like me, and I do technical analysis, so I don't focus on what the name of the company is, or what the company does. I mean, some people do, but in this case, I don't. I've been doing this for a long time, and I don't, that knowing those things does not do no difference in the market, especially in this type of market that I'm looking at. And so we're gonna go ahead and add more to this. So it did had news. Just put here, received a $5 million award. Just gonna put the $sign so that you guys can know. And then the next thing to check is the daily. And remember, none of this stuff that I'm writing down has to go in this same order. I mean, you could check all these things in different orders. Nothing goes. This is just the way I do it. I've been doing this for a long time, so this is the way I write things down. But you could, I mean, whatever order that you could write it down that you feel comfortable to do, that's all totally on you. At the end of the day. And so next thing is to check the daily of the chart. Let's go ahead and see if the document is not covering the stream. Okay, good. And so, as you can see, the overall chart not great, but it does have its moments here where it runs a little bit, here and there. If you could look back, you can see these big moves here. Sometimes these moves are not exactly these type of ranges here. Sometimes these ranges show because there's some splits going on, like this right here. As you can see, it had a 1 to 10 split, so that's why you see these type of ranges here. But sometimes it doesn't. This range here, this move happened, but it didn't happen in these price ranges here, and it's because of the stock split. So those are another key things that you guys should know. And so this stock, it closed red, is the first red day, but it opened as a multi-week. Well, this is a multi-day breakout actually, because the month just started. Well, and it's showing for December, the beginning of this. So you could call it a multi-week, because this is already like 3-4 weeks before the year started. So this is a multi-week breakout, which is a good thing to check. Multi-month is way more better than multi-week. Multi-year breakout is way better than multi-month, and week and multi-day, but they all can have a good opportunity no matter what, if it's a multi-year, multi-month. But me, my preference, if it was for me to choose two stocks, one one stock that would be multi-month or another stock that would be a multi-year, then I will focus on the one that multi-year breakout. If it has the criteria that I'm looking for, which is the volume, the flow, the news, the day, how the daily chart the stock had ran before, and stuff like that. And so if it has all those criteria, then I would choose more the one that has a multi-year breakout. But that's me at the end of the day. I mean, and so yeah, so this one had not great overall chart, however, had ran before. And so that's pretty much it, you don't have to write to a big paragraph, to as a criteria, but at the end it's however you feel comfortable writing things down. But very simple. And so gonna go ahead and go to the next one, CE. We only got 4 more to go and we're done right now until I finish eating. And so we got another one is CETX. So CETX. And so CETX was the first red day as well, and it did have some recent run time here. Had ran before, and I have talked about this one. I have traded this one before a long time ago. I had a bunch of stock splits here. That's why you see the thousands and stuff like that. So not good overall, but it had its moment today. Let's see the 5-minute chart. And so yesterday had its moment, not today. Yesterday, right at the after hours. It ramped up here a little bit, but it didn't show on the scanners when we were scanning the stock. And so only the after hours made this big move here. And let's see the news. It says Semtrex signed security purchase agreement with accredited investor. So it had a contract news. Let's see if we could see something extra. So today it says announces 4 million registered direct offering. This right here is not good news. When a company does an offering, it's not considered great. You guys could look more into it, but it's still news. And so people get attracted by news, and so especially if it has volume and it has all the criteria that I mentioned before, and so it had a big move after hours. And so the way we will mark the higher day or the resistance level would be we'll check the pullback, confirmation pullback. This was the strongest one for this period of time, so we'll leave that one there. But if we were looking only this section right here, then this little spot right here would have been the resistance level, which is the the resistance level, that spot of resistance. So we'll have that there on the top. And so the plan would have been today, if we would have scanned this a lot earlier yesterday, if it would have shown up on the scanners, we would have planned for this price to either hold VWAP and test high day, but it didn't happen. And so today, pre-market, it started below the VWAP line, and it was struggling a lot to get its head above the water. And so right here it tried to test the higher day, and it failed. And once it failed, it just got pushed down. Price just put, all the sellers start pushing down that price, and it failed completely. It gave back most of its gains, yesterday gains. And the the space between the VWAP and the price is a lot. It's a ton. So that's a lot right there. And so yeah, this one gets off the list. I'm not interested in trading stocks like that. And so the next one, let's go ahead and check the next one. APVO is another one that I've traded before. APVO. And so APVO was a one and done as well. Only had one 5-minute candle there that might have attracted some people, but the next candle after that, it slammed the price back down to its normal form here. So this one is out of the list. It couldn't keep itself above VWAP and test a higher day here. So that was unfortunate. And so that one is taken off the list. SHPH. Let's check SHPH. SHPH. And remember, today is Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Friday. What happens Friday? Everybody looking for the weekend. Everybody focus on the weekend. Nobody's trading. Nobody want to trade on the weekend. Especially those who are active trading in the week. Everybody's on either going on a flight or whatever. So on Fridays, there's you don't see much activity afterwards. And those who does the activity, is mostly late. It happens either before the market closes or after hours. And so those are the ones that you could check for. In case it runs on Monday and stuff like that. But in this case, I don't see nothing interesting at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and check SHPH, and so this one right here just failed. This yesterday it had a move after hours, and this would have been the highest point here between this space here. And we put that line here because it's a confirmation. We can see a confirmation pullback here. And so we have that resistance line put there. And so the key would have been for the stock to break out convincingly these levels. It did had a breakout at the open today, this morning, but it failed to hold those highs, even hold above the VWAP, and it failed, and now it's bouncing off the VWAP and it's coming down again. So this one is another failure. We're not even gonna look at the volume and stuff. It failed. And so let's go ahead and check the other one. ROLR. ROLR. And so another one without much activity going on in the open. Only had 1 million volume, which is not great. After hours is running, but Hernandez, oh, thank you for coming. My man, he said, hurry, bro. I'm a hurry. I know my food is turning cold. But yeah, we're done. There's not much stocks right now going on. It's Friday, and so all we got is one stock. I think it is GP, and that's pretty much it. This right here is not doing good. So Hernandez said, let's go. Do not forget to hit the follow, like, and repost. Yes, hit the like, the follow, and repost. I appreciate you guys for showing up, some support and everything. Those who are new, make sure to hit the follow, and follow everything. I have everything on description. Anything that you guys wanna, follow me and everything like that. Follow everything that I'm posting. I have a Discord as well that you guys can follow. There's so much resources in there. You got names of books that you could start reading. You got links that you could go ahead and scan other stocks elsewhere. Not only for stocks, normal stocks, or you could do crypto. I mean, there's plenty of information that you guys could look into on my Discord. So I would appreciate you guys follow me there. and follow, just don't forget to follow all the platforms as you can do, and on the Rumble, especially on Rumble, because this is my main platform, and so right now I think I'm like at 41 followers. So my goal for this month is to get to 100, and so I would appreciate you guys help me with that. Share the stream to other social media platforms and stuff like that, and that will help me a lot, with everything. And so yeah, this is pretty much it. We got that one, and then so once I finish with my meal, then we could start off again with another stream for the crypto. That one is gonna be a short video because we don't. All we gotta do is check these right here, this crypto, and then we're gonna do a new scan. So that right there is another short video too, and so. But I'm excited to work tomorrow to do to play a little bit of Lego Star Wars, So today I'm gonna right after the stream, I'm gonna go ahead and download the video game, have it set and ready for when when we start streaming, I could show you guys my gameplay and everything and have fun. And so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a good afternoon. Just in case if you guys are going to sleep or whatever, have a good night. And yeah, just you guys can see the other stream tomorrow if you guys don't cannot hold for the for later or something. Well, you guys are busy, so but I appreciate you guys sticking around, especially those that comment on the live chat. Appreciate you, Hernandez 2787. Don't forget to show him support. He was the one that sparked my interest in doing this again. And so don't forget to show him support, as well as Rest Truth Pod. Show both of them support. Hit the like, share, and follow on their platforms as well. They have multiple platforms and they're streamers as well. So don't forget to show support. And so yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'll be back soon. And so let's go ahead and shut everything down. Have a good one.